Hey guys, Jeremy here, and if you're somebody interested in health and optimizing your overall health and wellness, then you might want to consider the FITAOS Pro 6 smartwatch because it is a game changer. It does more than just tell time and track steps. It has cutting edge technology to monitor some physiological markers within the body that we don't typically pay attention to. So yes, it does track your steps, it does tell the time, but it also monitors your sleep, your heart rate, your blood pressure, your blood oxygen, your blood glucose, and it even does an echocardiogram for you. Check this out. To do the echocardiogram, we're going to swipe right to left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and there we have our ECG. Then we're going to push our play button, and then we're also going to push this button that's on the side here, and it's going to do a health assessment in 30 seconds. There's my All right, so what it's giving me here is my heart rate of 82 beats per minute. It's giving me a low risk for myocardia, and then it's also telling me that I am at a low risk for arrhythmia, and then the coronary artery disease is giving me a low risk as well, and then arteriosclerosis risk is low. We can see the mental stress is at a medium, probably because I'm doing this video right now. Fatigue is very low, and then you can review this in the app, which we're going to do here in just a minute. This is what we just did at the beginning of the video, okay? So my ECG is giving me some very specific details, and I can watch my waveform if I wanted to, and you can see it going across the screen there right now. It's giving you your 82 beats per minute, your Q2 interval, which is the time in between your beats. Now, for a typical male of my age, somewhere between 3 and 500 is normal. 365, I'm right on target. Your HRV, we can stop the waveform. We can go to our HRV and we can see that it is normal as well. Now, I will tell you this. I've had 4 heart attacks and a stroke, and I am one who is now optimizing my health and wellness, keeping a very close eye on everything. And you can see right now I'm without any medication, and I don't recommend that without doctor supervision. I have no prescription medication, and this is what my heart looks like on a regular basis. I have sinus arrest, no risk. Sinus arrhythmia, no or low risk. And then you got your premature junctional contraction, no risk. Look at this. This all looks great. My heart is looking absolutely amazing. Now, I've had 3 widowmakers, and you can see that my left ventricle is doing absolutely fantastic right there. That left anterior block, all of those are just right on target. Super detailed report, and we can even look at more reports if we wanted to under the ECG. But we're from the home screen, if we go left to right, we're going to get a quick menu of the previous apps that we have just used. When we go top to bottom, we're going to get our do not disturb, our communications, our screen brightness information, our app layout, and then our settings. In our settings, we can look at our health monitor, and we can tell our watch what to monitor. Our heart rate alert, our blood pressure monitor, our blood oxygen monitor, our sleep monitor, our stress monitor, our temperature monitor, body composition, and you can see I have all of mine ticked, so it's monitoring it on a regular basis. I'll show you that in the app because it checks everything every 10 minutes. Click these details, and it's showing you that it is checking your heart rate every 5 minutes. Now, that's very important for you to know because I've had this watch just about 10 days, 12 days. I've charged it 2 times, and you saw how many monitors I have on all the time, and it's checking it all the time. Look at this. It's checking it 3 times, 4 times every 5 minutes. Now, if you want to save your battery, you can turn some of those off, or you can turn them all off. It's completely up to you. Our screen display is going to allow you to change your watch face, your brightness, how long your screen stays on, and your menu style. Your notifications is going to be a big deal because this is what is going to come from your phone to your watch. And so you can have your calls on, your messages, your Facebook, your Gmail, your Instagram, so many different social platforms that you receive notifications on your phone for can be sent right to your wrist and vibrate, or they can ding, however you set that up. When we swipe from right to left, we're going to get our phone with a keypad. So yes, you can call out and you can receive. You can store some contacts and you can look at your call history. Another swipe is going to give you your steps for the day, calories burned for the day, and your distance for the day. Then you've got your sleep monitor, your heart rate monitor, your ECG, which is your echocardiogram, your blood glucose, your blood pressure, blood oxygen, your blood components, which is going to be a lipid panel checking your cholesterol and your triglycerides. And then you've got your body composition, which is going to show you your height, your weight, your BMI, your muscle mass, your water weight, and so many other composition factors that we're going to take a look at in the app. All right, so we're going to view that, and here is where the depressing information comes in. You got your basal metabolic rate. We get a little bit more specific right down here, BMI 28.9, and it's telling me that I am overweight. Body fat, overweight. Lean body mass, standard. Muscle is low. One more swipe is going to give you your body temp and your weather. When you see an arrow down here at the bottom, it means that there is more information to follow. So there's the hourly, and then there is also the daily weather forecast. Now, when you see the play button down at the bottom, what that means is while you are on the wrist, you can push the play button and it will do that scan in 30 seconds, and it's going to tell you your cholesterol, your triglycerides, and your lipoproteins, your highs and your lows. And that's going to be the same with your blood oxygen, your blood pressure, your blood glucose. Or you can do it from the app. And so what I want to do now is I want to jump into the app and show you these features again and what else you can do in the app. All right, so when you take this out of the box, the first thing you want to do is make sure that it's charged, and then you want to download the H-Band app. And when we get into our dashboard, this is what we see at first glance. You see our steps for the day, and then right there in the middle you see the ET570 and the more. Under that more are the apps that we want to pay attention to. And for example, we can do our heart rate test, and if we push the play button here on the app, or we can push the play button here on our watch, this is going to give you a 30-second check, and it's going to tell you what your BPM is, or your beats per minute is, for your heart rate. So we'll let that go, and we'll see what our heart rate is. All right, so there you see 77 beats per minute. Not bad. That's probably about average for me. Back in there again, you can do your manual BP test. You can do your blood oxygen, which is your SpO2. Your ECG test, which I did at the very beginning. We're also now going to go ahead and scroll up, and you can see the sports mode. There you can see the sleep, and I do leave my watch on while I sleep. I put it on Do Not Disturb. Actually, it has its own preset that it will not disturb between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. So that's really nice to have that feature there automatic, so that you don't have to set it for yourself. But when we look at our sleep, I want you to notice here 6 hours, 25 minutes of sleep. Then it tells you how often you are awake, how many minutes you are awake, how long it takes you to prepare to go to bed, how long of your REM sleep you have, light sleep, and then deep sleep. And then also down here you can see your awake times, your fall asleep efficiency. I was out last night in 7 minutes, and then you got your sleep efficiency of 0 minutes down here at the bottom, giving me a sleep quality of a 4. You can look at that by the day, and it is different by the day, so I think it's pretty interesting, and I also think that it's pretty accurate. Or you can even just check it right here, and it's going to tell you, it's going to explain what REM sleep is and the percentage and where you should be, and so that's pretty nice to have that. Then you got your heart rate. I will say about the blood glucose is that I find it to be super intriguing that it's able to do a blood glucose without blood or pricking the skin in order to get your blood glucose. Now, The average here, you can see at 5.41 mmol, to be quite honest with you, is accurate. I mean, my blood glucose runs anywhere between 70 and 110, and that 5.41 mmol is right in that 90 to 110 range. So super interesting. And look, it checks that every 30 minutes as well. So red flags if your blood sugar happens to be up. Blood components, this is going to be your lipid panel. First, it checks your uric acid, and then there's your lipid panel. How it does that without any blood, not sure. But you got your total cholesterol, as I said, your triglycerides, your lipoproteins, your high density and your low density lipoproteins, and it is checking that also on a regular basis, and you can see all those numbers right there. Why I say it can alert you to something that may be a potential problem. It should never replace your doctor, but it could alert you to a potential problem. Okay, so the last thing that I want to show you in the app is under the More feature. You go into your settings, and then if you go to your contacts, then you're going to have to set your SOS. So your SOS is going to be an emergency call that is made when you long press the mode button on your watch. I'm going to show that to you here in just a minute. But you can see that you can choose any person in your contacts as the SOS. And then when you use the SOS on your watch, it is going to call that person. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so the way the SOS works is you're going to long press this button right here. And then you can either power your watch off or you can do the SOS. So I'm going to hit that SOS right there. And that's what it does. So it did shut the recording off. I just popped the recording right back on. But again, she did receive a call, and we could have had a conversation, could have let her know that I was in an emergent situation. So that is the FITAOS Pro 6 smartwatch. Again, if you are interested in optimizing your health and wellness, the cutting edge technology in this watch is absolutely mind-blowing. Should never replace your doctor, but it can in fact alert you to some red flags and some areas that you may need to pay attention to.